is our first WWOOFing experience. WWOOF stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. So basically we'll be working 4 to 6 hours with a family in an organic farm or garden, and in exchange our host is going to host us and feed us.
And so you can do different types of work. You can be planting in the garden, you can help mow the lawn. There's so many different types of work that you can do, and most of these families need a lot of help. So it's a really great opportunity if you want to learn how to grow your own food or make your own garden. It's really a great experience, and so we'll show you what we did with the Beattie family. So we are here in beautiful Rangiora. It is 9 a.m. and we're gonna go work. We are excited, right?
Yes, we are. We're gonna go pick up some branches and we're gonna burn them afterwards.
Yep, we're gonna make a big fire with them. So we'll show you guys what we are up to right now.
This one's it's gonna go fast, it's gonna be good.
This is what we've been doing all day. Voila!
There's not too much of it. Most of it's just common knowledge, you know. Like, think like a plant sometimes. You go, oh, you know, fresh poo, I don't think I like that. It's just, yeah, it's all pretty simple. And I think with humans too, when they're gardening, usually they want to overcare or give too much nutrient or something like that, thinking if they do more it's good, but there's a lot of things in life, less is actually more. And garden, especially close to a plant, less is sometimes better. I mean, I'm right into giving heaps to the garden, but you just keep it back, and giving to the garden heaps is a really good time to do in winter when you're not actually planting straight into it. So you could just put absolutely shitloads on in your winter months, and then by the time spring comes around, it's had the chance to decompose. It's not so potent, acidic, nutrient rich.
Because I took a fresh horse shit from a neighborhood and then I mixed it. I don't know if I should have let it dry like you say. Yeah,
it's good to let it dry, but don't let anybody say you can't use fresh horse poo. You can, but you be smart about it. You use it sparingly or back it off from your vegetable plants.
I guess that's what I did because I had a big garden.
But you purely wouldn't use horse shit. If you can use horse shit, your grass clippings, your hay, your ash out of your fire, and just a real combination of different stuff. I mean, rake up the leaves under trees. I had these French guys, they lived in the city, and they said, well, where can we get it from, you know, without buying it? And it's all the guttering of all the buildings, you know, where the rain comes off the roof. It's all, a lot of people don't clean their roofs for years, and in the guttering, there's just all this rotted down compost, full of worm life, rich in nutrient. So even in an urban environment, it's all plentiful if you know where to look. Nature's always going to drop stuff and it's going to decompose, you know.
She's very busy. She has all this forest to do. Amel?
Yep. So look, I'll keep these 3. 1, 2, 3. These are the strongest. And I'm gonna cut all of us. And then I take all the leaves. I use them as mulch. Like this.
So now this is the fun part of the job.
Just saying, I'd usually have chaps and earmuffs and all the safety gear on, but I'm just doing one cut, and sorry about starting the chainsaw. Sometimes I find if they don't split, I put them on a stump as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the edge.
Yeah.
That's why.
If you get a tree too, and when it grows, it twists and spirals, it won't split. Very,
No,
very hard.
very hard.
So today we'll be removing all the weeds because in a few weeks we'll be putting our pumpkin seeds that will eventually they'll have grown, and we're creating a pumpkin patch. So here, all this, it's all weeds, so we're gonna dig them all out, which is what we've already done around here. And then with this, you see these are weeds. We don't throw anything out here in the Beattie house. We use it as mulch. So mulch keeps all the moisture and the humidity. So we use it, and you see, as you see here, we just put it right here underneath the plants, just like that, just to keep it humid.
Good. And all these, it's all berries. All these bushes
Yeah, all these bushes are berries.
are berries, and they're gonna help also to keep the
Moisture.
to keep the garden hot and to have a shelter for the garden
Yeah.
when it's really windy.
So everything serves its purpose here.
Some ashes here. Some people say don't ever put ashes in your garden, but actually it's a very good thing. That's what we learned here.
So we'll be mixing this up, and we'll be putting ashes too in the ground,
It gives a lot of calcium for your plants,
and magnesium. Yeah.
and that's very good.
I plant a lot of trees, sometimes in the thousands, depending on the job I've got to do.
For every summer, or just all the time?
I get planting jobs with the neighbours, and I go there, and I've done jobs up to 2,500 trees. I've had 2,500 of these, working on, yeah, anyway. But this is how I tend to do it. You've got to be semi-efficient. I mean, a lot of people use like a drilling machine, things like that. Yeah, good, but cripes, I hate hanging on to the things. You know, I'm a little far next to it. So I'll put this little...
We'll do that one first.
Yeah.
Do you keep it in the bag or are you taking it out of the
Well,
bag?
it's all coming out, yep. See, that's off to a good start because I haven't gone dunk and hit a root off that big stump there. It is the kind of thing you've got to give the ground a bit of a punch with. Sometimes you use, I was saying to Pablo yesterday, sometimes you use more energy by tapping something lightly because you've got to do it 6 or 7 times. If you can just like gain a wee bit of height and give everything a bit of a punch, in the long run, you're doing less work. So it's just a wee bit of a focus at the time. Log splitting by hand or whatever it is, you know. I want this little tree to grow really fast. I'll just grab that.
Yep.
That wee tree to grow really fast. So by doing all this work on the hole, I'm saving the tree from doing it pretty much. So I'm giving it a head start.
Okay.
So by not doing this work and planting the tree, or you know, skimping on the work, just really going to slow the tree down.
So it grows faster by how much?
If I just chipped a hole in the ground and put that in there, the size of the bag, it might not even survive.
Okay.
The roots are then going into the hard sides of the hole. It's, you know.
So you make the hole bigger so it
Yeah, it's going to probably have about 50 or 70 millimetre, 5 or 7 centimetres of dirt all around the bag and underneath as well. Yeah, and underneath. When I dig a lot of holes like this, I usually use a big bucket, sometimes bigger than this, for this reason.
Because you need a lot of,
Oh, look, I'm working on the soil. I can chop it up and dice it. And you'll see when I go to replant the tree, I don't have to gather all the soil. I've just got it in one nice big bucket all chopped up.
Yeah.
So I've done all that work for it. I'm just starting to hit a bit of clay, so I'll probably stop there. But as you can see, I've now diced it up underneath.
Yeah.
You know, a good 100 mil, I reckon. When I hold trees in like bags, I never like grabbing the tree.
From up there.
Sometimes I can feel the roots going snapping, especially when you've watered the tree and the bag's heavier. So usually when I handle a tree, I'm always supporting it with one hand.
Yep.
And to get that tree out of the bag, I won't pull that tree like that to get it out. I don't want to stress the roots. Usually when I get a tree out, I just go like this.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't pulled the tree from that end.
Yeah.
Really slight fluff up. Some trees, some natives, pittosporums and that, hate getting the roots disturbed. And a lot of people say, you know, fluff the roots up real full on, but sometimes you'll see you're causing the tree to stress. You see it on the leaves, starting to wilt off. Height's pretty good on that, maybe slightly low. Tree's got to find its space, so I'm just looking for a nice wee opening. So if I was going to do that wrong, I'd have the tree growing into another branch or crooked or something like that. So this is where this tree's going to stay, so I find its space and try to get it straight before I put any dirt in the hole. And sometimes I might do this to 10 trees and stand back and look at them and adjust before
closing them.
Before I close them, yeah. So this is dirt, it's all chopped up now. Got nice dirt underneath it.
Yeah.
Probably do about that. I compress, but not
Too much.
Not too much. There is a point. You want to leave a bit of air and stuff in there. Just having that dirt in the bucket just saved having to scrape it all in off the grass and prickles and things like that, you know. That's pretty good. But this is what I do too, because I put that tree in just slightly deep. I say I've covered none of its bottom things, and I leave a really slight moat. Okay, that's a really slight moat, so any water that you do get off out of the sky, or if you come out with a bucket, the water goes blop, fills up the moat and it slowly goes down.
Yep.
Nothing worse than watering a tree and you're watching all the water trickle off, you know. And what I do too is you just have a look at what's around to use, and you'll see there's a lot of dead sort of leaves
yeah.
and stuff, you know. Usually I come out with a rake as a tool, or you know, have gloves on, but usually I just go like that and I just leave that
Leave it a bit,
leave
yeah.
the moat,
Okay.
you know.
This again keeps the humidity, right?
It keeps the humidity, multiple reasons. Yeah, it keeps the moisture in the ground. It's stopping the weeds coming back. We've already got the weeds out, so if you don't want to use herbicide or something like that, definitely mulch. Hard when you're getting into thousands of trees to do this to all of them, but it's doable. If you did this one by one, you could bypass having the chemicals to keep the weeds down. So yeah, and that's how I pretty much do a tree. Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. Our first woofing experience in New Zealand has come to an end. We'd like to take a minute to thank the Beattie family, especially Brett and Esther, for welcoming us in their beautiful home. We've learned a ton of tips and tricks that we will definitely be bringing back to Canada.
I've learned so many things from Brett. Everything is provided by the land. You just gotta be resourceful and always think ahead before you do something. Always work intelligently. I can assure you guys that one day I will be having my own piece of land and that I will be living off of the land.
We also want to thank Esther for your beautiful zucchini pickle. It is delicious and we will try to make it so that we can eat it all the time. And Lily for your beautiful horseback riding lessons, and your passion for horses is just a reminder that when you have a passion for something, to stick to it and to do it and to continue that passion and that fire that you have inside of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. You are amazing. Thank you.
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Now if you like this video, please encourage us by giving us a thumbs up and by subscribing to our YouTube channel. See you soon!